Welcome to Global Eats, where tonight I will be making a butter chicken. So here's the ingredients. So we've got half a chopped onion there. We've got just over 2 teaspoons of garlic and ginger paste. This is some diluted tomato puree, about 2 tablespoons. 1 tablespoon tomato puree, 1 tablespoon of water. We've got some lemon juice that's going to go in at the end. We've got some single cream that's also going to go in at the end. We've got 1 chopped chilli. It's not a spicy curry this, but you can make it, as with any of the BIR curries, make it as spicy as you want, just by adding more chilli. And then we've got the spices as well. Now this is a teaspoon of the mixed spice blend, which the recipe for that is in the description below. There's some tandoori masala in there, some methi leaf, some garam masala, some chilli and some salt. The recipe, the ingredients will all be in the description below. We've also got some ground almonds as well, which will be going in towards the end. And then we've got the pre-cooked ingredients, and this is basically, well, it's chicken and mushroom. The dish is butter chicken, but I always like to have a bit of mushroom in there as well, so I've just chucked a few mushrooms in there. And as always, we have the curry base. And this is the curry base that you use to make any curry, basically. Usually the curries that I make are completely vegan until I put the chicken in. Not the case with this one, because obviously you've got the butter and the cream as well. So you could do a vegan version of this, I guess. I would probably say if you are vegan, then to try one of the other recipes first. I'm not saying it wouldn't work being vegan, but it's called butter chicken, so yeah. And that brings me to the final ingredient, which I forgot to tell you about, and that's the butter, and that will be going in at the end. So I think that is everything. If you're trying to lose weight, you're watching the calories, again, this is probably not the curry for you, so maybe try one of the other curries that doesn't have so much dairy in the sauce. So, right, I think we're ready to go. Okay, first thing to go in is the onion. So I've got this on medium heat, and I'm just going to fry it off until it's kind of just stops browning. Okay, so them onions are nicely browned. The next thing to go in is the fresh chilli. I'm going to fry that off for about 30 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to take it off the heat now, and I'm going to add the garlic and ginger paste. And I'm going to cook that for about 30 seconds. Okay, so basically when you put the garlic and ginger paste in, you're just basically enough time to get it mixed in with what's already in the pan. And then still off the heat, this is when you're going to add the spices. Okay, so I put the spices in, again, just as long as it takes you to mix the spices in with what's already in the pan, then you return it to the heat. I'm going to turn that heat back up again now, because the pan has cooled down. So yeah, return to the heat, fry for about 20-30 seconds, and then it's time to add the tomato paste. So this is basically just tomato puree that's been diluted half and half. So a tablespoon of tomato puree, a tablespoon of water, and then just get that all mixed together to form a nice tasty little masala. So once you've got all the spices and everything mixed together, and you've added the tomato puree, it should still be pretty much dry. It's like a big clump of dry, spicy, wonderful goodness. But that's when you need to add a ladle of base and get all them spices and everything kind of mixed in to thicken up that base. And that's what you should be doing now. Maybe if I point it at the pan, that would be better. Yeah, so basically get all that thick, sludgy, spicy stuff mixed into that sauce. And then once you've done that, it shouldn't take long. It should only take 30 seconds or so before the sauce starts thickening up. Then it's time to add your pre-cooked ingredients, which in my case is chicken and mushroom. Don't forget the whole scrape and stir thing. So you want to keep scraping the sides of the pan. So all this stuff that kind of forms into curry gunk, beautiful stuff, once mixing back in, because it makes the curry thicker and yeah, it's very, very tasty. So that's about ready now, so it's time to throw in the chicken. Okay, so the next thing to add is a couple of dessert spoons of ground almond. And we're also going to add another ladle of base, so about half of what's left. I'm going to turn the heat back up on that and get all that mixed together. Okay, that's already looking pretty wonderful, but there's still a third of the base to go in, and I'm going to get that all kind of mixed in and thickened up, and then I'm going to start adding the cream and the butter, and that's what will make it a butter chicken. I'm sure if I'd have just served that, what I've just before I put this extra ladle in, I'm sure that would be a very tasty curry in its own right, but a butter chicken is the decision I made, so I'm going to carry on that road. It's nice and saucy now. I've got it on a medium heat, so the curry base will thicken because there's quite a bit of oil in there, so it will kind of thicken once you start cooking it. And the sauce will start to thicken and evaporate and goodness knows what else. Right, so I'm just going to leave that for a minute by itself. I almost forgot to say that, I mean it goes without saying, but you must have at least a bottle of wine before you attempt any kind of cooking. And tonight's wine of choice is the winemaker's choice Malbec from Argentina. 4 out of 5 in terms of the full-bodiedness, and it's velvety plum cherry apparently. So yeah, so that's what I've been drinking, and now I'm on the plain old hobgoblin. Well, this is starting to look pretty good, so now I think it's time for the butter. Okay, so the butter's in, so I'll just basically stir that around. It will melt very, very quickly, and so just stir that into the whole curry. As you can see, it's already quite a saucy curry. That butter will just give it that kind of creaminess, which obviously will be even more so once I throw the actual cream in. But oh no, it's still there, still there. Go on, be gone. Still there, last little bit there, and there she goes. Right, so once you put the butter in, just yeah, stir it up, as Bob Marley would say. I'm sure that's what he wrote that song about. Keep making sure you're pushing all that stuff in from the side back into the curry and giving it a good stir. It's looking good, this one. It's actually the first curry I made in, I was out camping last week, having a socially distancing camping weekend, which was a lot of fun. It does mean that I've not had a curry in 2 weeks, so I'm actually really looking forward to this one. Started to get a bit bored of having it every week, but then I miss a week and I'm craving curry, so anyway, I think that's the butter well and truly mixed. So I think now it's time for the cream. So here we go, it's going to change the colour quite a bit. So cream and a tablespoon of lemon juice. Right, okay, the cream's in, the lemon juice is in, so now it's time to mix all that together. So the whole thing is one colour rather than two colours. As you can see, it gets a lot lighter when you put the cream in. And yeah, so I'm just going to mix all that together, and then I'm going to leave it while I do the naan bread on a low heat, and that's it, job done. No fresh coriander tonight. So yeah, it's the thumbnail won't look as pretty. Right, that's ready to be left, so it's time to sort out this bad boy. So there we go, there's the butter chicken. It's a very saucy curry, as you can see. Just going to have a little dip of the sauce and let you know what it's like. It's spot on, yeah. Yeah, do this one, it's a good one. Enjoy butter chicken. Yes.